Make sure I actually highlight Dota this time so people can see. I thought it wasn't going to load. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game 1 of Poutine King Bar versus Venomancer. I hardly know her. If you're here, I'm sure you know what the recreational is, but just in case you don't, this is a game or Dota 2 tournament between games industry folks, journalists, developers, all kinds of crazy people. And Poutine King Bar hails from good old Canada. Venomancer is a group of, I'm not even sure. Arthur, do you happen to know
I
where
know that
Veno's all from?
there are some PC gamer people, some rock paper shotgun people,
So there,
some Dota personalities like Piri and Flax.
yes,
It's
Mr.
like
Perry
Venomancer,
Fox.
hardly knew her. Poutine King Bar is Square Enix Montreal, I
Yep,
believe.
yeah, they are. Team Canada.
So when they're not busy making a new Hitman game, I think
Question
they're
mark.
playing Dota. Apparently, a lot of Dota because they're quite good.
And that voice you hear is Mr. Arthur Geese, right? Isn't
It's
that
geese. That is correct, like the flock of birds.
nice? And I am Sean Saris. And we are just waiting for the picks and bans now. This should be a very good game. For those that don't know, this is the finals of the lower bracket. Whoever wins this will go on to the grand finals versus... This is information I should have pulled up.
Has the winners bracket been determined?
It was determined like 3 months ago.
God, yeah, we're a well organized tournament as you can see, and it's been a bit,
It
but
has.
we're hoping for good finals. There are a lot of really good teams.
Pit Lord Meta is the one that's waiting, and we could have a bit of a redemption story here, as it Pit Lord Meta originally knocked Poutine King Bar out. So if Poutine King can win this, they can go back to face their rivals one more time. Holy smokes, this ban is taking a very long time.
I kind of wonder if Dota's just broken today
I'm
because it took us
Yep,
2 minutes to find a server.
yes.
And I'm getting a Skype call from our Dota group to watch this game, so we're off to an awesome start here. I don't know that I've watched a lot of PKB or enough to know their sort of their hero preferences. I know that Venomancer can be kind of eclectic. I think there was some Lich and Witch Doctor for their supports, some Viper, but everybody here actually has a pretty wide pool of heroes that they like to play. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they'll just sort of pick around the meta, and the meta right now suggests an early pick or a ban for Juggernaut.
Yes,
Leave that
Juggernaut
game, new
is
lobby.
extremely powerful.
The game crashed for everyone.
Okay.
So we have to leave this and
That's-
join a new lobby.
that's
so
what I suspected.
fantastic. Okay. All right, so leaving.
Close
And there's a
that.
new lobby.
Okay, I need to just real quick. I'm just shutting the video feed off for 1 second, guys. Leave this lobby. Yes, sirree. Hop in the new one. Join channel.
Who is Dave of Devon?
No clue. Thanks, Obama. Dota has been very finicky, everyone. I'm sure if you've been playing lately, you know the servers, particularly, fuck that word, U.S.
Bad.
East.
Things been bad, yo.
Things have been bad.
All right.
All right.
I think that we're ready to go. The only thing that reassures me about this is that everybody has had problems, including every major tournament I've watched, with the exception of DAC,
Yes.
has had very significant issues.
The servers have been very strange lately. Hopefully, Valve gets whatever it is sorted out. It's
I
not
don't know
updating.
who this Dukes person is.
That is, that was Chris. His name is it's different. On Team Veno.
Ah,
I don't know why he's got the two different names. I don't know why that happened.
yeah, and his name changed from the last lobby we were in. Dota.
Yep.
Dota. No one can make any decisions.
Ah, there we go. Venomancer and PKP
There we
got their
go.
things sorted.
All right.
Just one more second, guys. We're almost sorted out for those of you waiting. I do apologize, but there is not a whole lot we could do about server issues. Unfortunately, we aren't in control of those.
So picks. We can talk a little bit about picks since we were talking about that before.
Yep.
Pick or ban on Juggernaut.
I mean,
I assume like he's been omnipresent in the meta for like a month and a half now.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Juggernaut's BAT, his base attack time, was decreased so he can swing more often, and you would not really think that's a big issue, except during Juggernaut's ultimate, where he's jumping around hitting people, he can still auto attack, and that BAT change has made it so he can. Yes.
God, that explains so much.
That's why he's so OP right now. So while he's jumping around, he's hitting you. Now he can also attack more often. So you'll see a lot of Juggernauts now building massive attack speed. Mask of Madness, Mjolnir, and they are able to, his ultimate does around 500 damage, I think, normally, and he's able to add on another 1,000+ damage with all the right clicks. It's ludicrous what he can pull off right now.
And that has led to a commensurate increase in picks. Juggernaut is the second most picked hero in Dota this month. Not far behind Pudge, actually. Just 600,000 or 700,000 games behind Pudge in the last 30 days. So he's come to be known as Pubbernaut of late. Every pub game that we play, I think we see a Juggernaut.
Pretty much.
Other heroes we're seeing a lot in this meta, even though they're not particularly good. Wind Ranger. I wonder if we're going to see a Wind Ranger in this game.
Yeah, she's very good right now. Phantom Assassin still is a favorite, although at this point most people know how to deal with her. She just got
her some slight tweaks in the meta have brought her sort of back down to earth. Axe, I think there's a good chance we could see Axe in this game. I know that Axe is a favorite of Chris Thurston's. And there's a soft spot in their hearts for Venomancer, obviously.
Yes, someone on Team Veno better pick Veno. They have a few times throughout the tournament, so...
I assume that we're going to see a ban on Silencer. I don't know that we're going to see a pick, but...
The lobby's loading here, but I think we're just going to try to remake...
Crashed again.
Yeah. We're going to try... We're going to try one of the European servers, guys. Hopefully the European servers are having better luck than the North American ones.
This is a rough start for today, but
of
honestly,
all the days for Dota to just tank.
I feel like Dota has been really bad on the weekend for about a month now, and we played a number of games where they haven't counted.
Yeah, and that's the worst. That's really something that needs to be sorted out.
And I don't know what Valve's plan is for that. I'm not seeing a lobby yet.
Because someone on Team PKB said they were going to remake it.
I don't know. We might need some client restarts. Anyway, other picks, other bans.
There it is. It just popped up for me.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Whoa,
there's a lobby password. Oh.
Make sure you don't say it out loud. We are streaming.
Yeah. Other picks, other bands. I mean, I think I've seen Veno play a pretty decent Viper. The thing that's interesting to me about Venomancer is that I've watched them vary up the roles that each member plays. That its Pip doesn't always
make sure
pick the support.
Join the broadcaster channel, Arthur.
Yeah. There I go.
All right. Okay. Fingers crossed, everyone. We are going to try. We are trying one of the European servers. Hopefully they work. It will introduce a bit of latency for PKB as they are located, again, in Montreal, but whatever we got to do to get this working. Is anyone in chat? Can anyone in chat confirm? Have you guys tried playing on the American servers within the past half hour? Has anyone got kicked out of games? All right. Luxembourg server. Oh, now we're getting crazy.
Wow, we were in Stockholm a second ago.
Just traveling all over the world.
Just bouncing around.
Oh, hello, phone. It'll have to do. Instantaneous. There we go.
Hey, look at that. Well, off to a good start. I've seen a lot of Lion on Veno previously, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Lion's good utility hero.
I mean, he offers so much to a team. He could drain mana, he could stun, he has a Hex, and he has an ultimate that just shreds.
And his base attack damage has gotten a bump as well, which has made him a viable mid hero in some instances.
Tidehunter and Invoker getting
early bans.
So Tidehunter is very, very good, just all around.
And
Invoker,
Juggernaut ban.
Yeah, Juggernaut got banned. Invoker is a respect ban for those watching. They probably know that the Shane is an extremely good Invoker, so they got rid of him. Faceless, I mean, the Chronosphere is always a good ultimate. It always will be a good ultimate. So getting rid of Chrono is very good. European Minister is pretty janky.
Witch Doctor, in my opinion, probably the best support in the game right now.
Very good, yep.
One good cast can change the entire direction of a team fight, and his ult is incredibly powerful. The thing I've noticed, though, is that over the last sort of month or so, people have gotten a lot better at knowing how to deal with Witch Doctor, prioritizing him to the point where I think we're going to see Witch Doctor taken out really early in big team fights if they happen.
Yeah. He offers so much to a team because of his cask, because of his ultimate. He has AoE healing that he can, by the end of the game, you can virtually leave that on indefinitely as long as you've got even one mana item. And the Maledict isn't nothing to joke about. Like, that thing is strong.
The Maledict is good at securing kills when everybody thinks a team fight is over. When heroes who don't get out quite early enough leave the fight and die on their way back to the fountain. It happens a lot. We've got a Jakiro pick, King King Bar.
Yeah, another very good support, and then Ogre Magi following that up. I mean, those are very two popular supports right now, and even Ogre, both of them can even be played in a 3 position where they don't really have to support. They're there to, drop some nukes. Both of them have some pretty powerful nukes. Obviously, Jakiro is a little more DOT, like dot-oriented, damage over time. Ogre is direct damage, but both of them can really dish out some serious damage, especially early on.
Ogre is also a great babysitter for a harder carry in a lane early because he's so hard to kill. And I don't know what it is, but people really like to focus on him and just waste a hell of a lot of time.
Yep. Troll Warlord, one of my favorites.
Troll has been really big in the meta since 6.83b, I think, when they increased the max attack speed. We got a silencer ban,
which is a necessity for Venomancer. I assume they're gonna try to get some more ultimates to go around this Witch Doctor. So
they need a little more.
It's a very important ban there.
Disable and stun, I think, because right now Poutine King Bar has a hell of a lot of disable. But Troll Warlord, ever since the patch, has been more and more popular. The increase to max attack rate has made his ability to increase his attack speed as he attacks one thing
gets banned.
Really powerful.
Yeah. No, it's very true. Anyone that can increase your attack speed is something to watch out for now, because that extra 100 attack speed is very powerful. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot, like it's just 100 more, but it really adds up for the carries. So picking up a Troll, I would expect to see then another like really fast, hard-hitting carry to go along with Troll, because I doubt he's going to be the number one. He
will be their tower push.
I assume Troll will be in a 2 or 3 slot. So we should still expect one more hard carry from Venomancer. Zeus, Lion have been banned. I mean, Zeus, he's an omnipresent hero. Like, his abilities offer so much to a team. So getting rid of him is great. He can get rid of wards by himself now, since he can just target the lightning wherever he wants. His ultimate's just a pain in the ass. Lion, again, we talked about earlier, Lion offers so much to a team, and then on top of his basic skills, he has a nuke that just shreds whoever it hits. So getting rid of him is good.
Also, the Death Prophet, I think the Death Prophet ban is clearly to limit the push that Venomancer has, which is already strong with Troll. The thing about Zeus is that banning him allows them more flexibility with the supports they pick. because you can, if you've got squishy supports, you can keep them back and keep them alive. But Zeus makes that really difficult, especially after a team fight.
Yep, that's very true. And then, like Arthur said, the Death Prophet is so good at pushing. Her ultimate, even as it's been nerfed, I believe consecutively, like 2 or 3 times now, it's still very useful. Like, it's so hard to fight into the ghosts. They do physical damage, which, I mean, I don't understand why a ghost does physical damage, but whatever, Dota. So you can't block it. The BKB does nothing for that. So getting rid of her is so good.
Are we going to see an Omni Knight this game?
We could see an Omni Knight. I would probably expect it on Venomancer more than Poutine King Bar right now, with the way the lineup is.
I mean, he's a great support for some teams, but he's not more lockdown, which I really do think that Venomancer needs pretty badly right now, because between Ogre and Jakiro, there will be multiple heroes on Veno who can't do anything in the middle of a fight.
Something to keep in mind here, both Jack and Ogre are completely shut down by BKBs. So that is why I would expect Veno either to get BKBs or they could get the Omni Knight, which would he could just repel whoever the core carry is, repel Troll, and we have a Viper walk into that.
King Bar.
All right, so we already know Miranda just stopped watching the game because Viper is now in it.
Our friend Miranda at IGN.
I know she's watching. She texts me. It's okay, Miranda. I understand if you just completely stop watching now. But Viper he's a great carry. He's just so simple. A lot of people hate him, and understandably so. He's so powerful, and he's such a simple character. You just point at someone and click them until they die. Like, he has almost every ability adds a damage over time poison. He has a slow. He has a very vicious slow in his ultimate. It's just
there's a lot of damage over time on Poutine King Bar in general. Between ignites and dual and liquid fire and all of Viper's attacks.
Yeah, it's gonna be very rough early game because that's when damage over time abilities excel, when you just don't have the means to deal with them. As the game goes on, that kind of stuff starts to fall off. I mean, Silencer is the same way. Silencer is great in the beginning because of his Curse of the Silent. It's just so good at harass, but as the game goes on, it starts to fall off a bit. So you'll see the same thing from Ogre and Jakiro. Their damage over time stuff won't really do a whole lot later. Viper, on the other hand, he doesn't care. He's effective pretty much at any point in the game. Phantom Assassin, I'm gonna almost guaranteed now the next pickup for Veno is gonna be Omni Knight, because Phantom Assassin can jump in with Repel on, completely negate their 2 supports. That's like a 10-second BKB. Then she can turn on her BKB. So you got 15 to 20 seconds, depending on durations, of not being affected by anything that Poutine King Bar can do right now. And then, I mean, you got 50% evasion, which is great for Viper. You got the attack speed bonus from Troll Warlord. I mean, that Phantom Assassin by the 30-minute mark is going to be shredding Poutine King Bar. So right now, they're going to have to be thinking how to deal with this Phantom Assassin, or how to end this game before 30 minutes have gone by.
I think the challenge for Venom is that Poutine has a team that can dismantle them early. The early game on Veno isn't great. Like, out of the 3 heroes I'm seeing, Witch Doctor is arguably the strongest early.
And a Puck.
Ooh,
I love
Puck. An aggressive lineup for Poutine King Bar. They've got their push, they've got their disable, they've got their impossible to kill mid. Are we gonna see a laning Puck?
Maybe. We'll have to see. It's an interesting pickup because, again, that's a lot of magic damage. Undying. Wow, I really thought it was going to be the Omni Knight here.
Undying is a dick.
He is. So he's very good early game. The Tombstone's amazing. He's super hard to kill. He's just, in general, decent at laning, but he does start to fall off as games go on. Unless, of course, he snowballs early. Undying is very good at snowballing. But, oh, man.
Right now, I think Poutine King Bar have great initiate, but not a ton of team fight, whereas Veno has really great team fight right now. Like, for the first 15 minutes of the game, between Witch and Undying, a cask and an ult with zombies running around is going to be really gross.
Yeah.
And a Wraith King ban from Poutine King Bar.
It almost seems out of nowhere. I'm not sure if that's a respect ban or something. Weaver is a little more common. I mean, Weaver's a great carry, a great core carry. Not quite sure where the Wraith King's coming from there. Maybe they suspected a level 1 Roche, So they wanted to get rid of the AoE lifesteal. Wraith King is fairly core to doing level 1 Roches. Not mandatory, but oh boy, a Lycan. Oh, Poutine King Bar. It's after my own heart. They got a Puck and a Lycan. This is great.
That's a greedy lineup.
And a Magnus.
And a Magnus.
Okay.
Wow.
So I really thought Omni Knight here. Omni Knight, I still think would have been a great pick over the Undying, but regardless, these are going to be some interesting team fights because both teams now, I mean, we have the RP from Magnus, we have the Tether from Puck, we have the Ice Paths from Jakiro, the Troll Ultimate, the Witch Doctor. Like, these team fights are going to have so many things going off in them. And the great thing about this is, aside from Witch Doctor's Ultimate, a lot of these will cool down pretty quickly.
I'm not really sure what Magnus's RP combos into for Veno.
The Witch Doctor ulti. So
you think, though?
What the combo here would be is Magnus blinks in, RP, stampedes them back. Then you throw down the Witch Doctor cask and the Witch Doctor ulti on top of Tombstone, which is going to have like a dozen zombies pop out of the ground. You're going to shred them. The Tombstone does so much damage, and it's very like underrated. A lot of people don't respect the zombies for how much damage they do.
All right, so we've got... Wow.
Do you want to introduce Veno? I'll do PKB.
Sure. So why don't we start with the position 5 on Veno, which is Witch Doctor, which is Pip. That's Philippa War, a PC gamer. We've got on the Troll Warlord, Chris, who is from PC Gamer. On the Undying, we've got Pyrian Flax, who should be familiar to a lot of Dota friends out there. We've got Shane on the Magnus and Sponge on the Phantom Assassin.
And real quick, both teams aggressively entering each other's jungle. Funnily enough, though, both teams went as 5, so they're going to find nothing. But we are going to probably see some wards thrown down to block camps. Yeah, there's a ward here. This is a very funny rotation.
That's a weird ward placement, because that doesn't actually block that camp.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I don't think it will block that. It's outside of the box. It shouldn't.
The camp will respawn if people get up there. So, yeah, that's interesting.
Miracle in chat is asking if this is pro games. 100%. This is 5K MMR stuff right here.
There are actually some very high MMRs on one side of this equation.
I joke, but these teams are actually really, really good. We're going to see a lot of good Dota here.
I think Veno pulls out some really clever shit. PKB on the MMR side are way over on Veno, but Veno had pulled it out before. So
let me real quick do PKB. So in the middle, we got Mac on the Puck. Viper is in the off lane. That is Barishnikov. We also have Olive Juice on the Ogre Magi. And up here we got Demons on the Jakiro. And then finally we have Lycan Warshop, who's actually laning, not doing jungle Lycan.
We've got some interesting movement from Veno. We have Chris on the Troll moving from top to bottom into a lane that is going to get him killed if he's not careful. Because
that's going to be a rough lane for a Troll. He's going to have to stay in range mode.
Yeah. Ogre and Veno in the off lane for Dire for PKB. We've got Lycan and Jakiro in the safe lane for Dire. We've got Pyrian Flax on the Undying and Phantom Assassin as the off laners for Radiant. And it's a tri-lane. It's an acro tri-lane.
I mean, they can do a lot here for sure. If they get the cask to land on someone and preferably bounce, then Undying goes in there and you have Phantom Assassin followed up. There's a lot of potential.
Safe lane for a melee carry.
Yeah, Lycan's not going to have a good time. Between the Witch Doctor and then Phantom Assassin could just freely throw the dagger as it takes so little mana. Mid is going to be interesting. Magnus is a fairly durable character. He can take some hits. Puck doesn't hit particularly hard. So it should be a pretty good mid overall. Puck actually taking a lot of damage from the Shockwave. Yeah, it's called Shockwave.
And we've got an early bottle for Magnus at the 2-minute mark. Oh god, there's a double damager in top. Let's see who gets it.
I'm surprised the Magnus has not gotten going now. Okay, I was gonna say. And then bottom lane still, we have Troll getting harassed by Viper. Troll does
going for the double damage. Yep, and you got it.
Troll does have a ranged attack. For those that don't know, Troll Warlord can actually switch between a melee combat and range combat. However, I do think Viper does have the nod in the range department here.
Yeah, and he's just
Viper
got...
outranges him.
Viper is a crappy hero to do anything against, especially early game. I don't play a lot of Lycan, and I actually haven't played a lot of Lycan. He's sort of dipped out of popularity since the meta changes in 6.82. How item dependent is he as far as...
Lycan, he needs some items before he can really do stuff. When he gets his ultimate, he's very fast now. He can run, I think it's the highest speed in the game. But he does need some items to really get some momentum going for him.
Alright, so we've had a rotation from off lane for Dire. We now have the Ogre Magi in a tri-lane top. So there's an aggro try versus a standard try, and we've got Jakiro stacking and pulling to try to bring the lane back up.
Yeah, so, I mean, Lycan needed something. Absolutely, Lycan needed something here.
You'll see the safe camp ward doesn't actually block the camp.
No, but it does give them really good vision. So if at any point someone falls below half health, they can rush in there, get the kill, get out. But, I mean, PKB is playing this really well right now, so...
Yeah, Veno doesn't have, like, a good sort of rotating gank lineup. And I'm not totally sure what they can make happen.
We do have a cast, some daggers going out. That probably will reveal the ward. But it doesn't look like anything can really follow up, because in a 3v3 fight right now, I mean, neither team... Now, Ogre overextends a little bit, but he's going to walk away.
This Ogre is built to kill early, though. You can see that he took 2 points in the in Ignite, which does a hell of a lot of damage over time. He hasn't put much into Fire Blast yet, but honestly, Fire Blast got nerfed in the last big patch in 6.83. The cast range got decreased by, I think, 25%. Which is kind of a big deal, which means that...
Oh, Pyrion getting caught out, actually, by Ogre and Jakiro, taking a lot of damage, but that Undying has so much health early on. We do have a team fight going on. Ogre, actually, now they turn this. Ogre is going to go down. Lycan has the Wolves out, though, and the Wolves, they don't actually secure the kill. And, Undying dies to neutral creeps.
Denies himself. Yeah,
Whether or not that was an accident or not, that is a great move by Pyrion.
Undying is extremely hard to kill early, and I think that you forget about it. Oh, Puck rotates top.
Puck rotates up, and it's going to be probably the death of Pip. Yeah,
that's the end of the Witch Doctor.
Ran out of mana at the worst time. One more hit. One more hit. Does get a... Oh, she got a salve off just in time. Misses. The jukes are real. That is amazing. That is an amazing Witch Doctor journey right there.
The lesson learned here is never give up, never surrender.
But
and
now
have your PA feed into the top lane.
Now Sponge came back into the jungle to try to help out. Everyone's finally disengaging. That fight, props to Witch Doctor. That was an excellent time to get that salve off.
PKB just doesn't have a lot of chase yet, and I assume that they won't until their Lycan reaches level 6 and turns into his Wolf race car.
Lycan, Puck, and Viper, they need a couple levels, a couple items, and then they can dive really deep.
So anything that Veno does now to slow PKB down, to keep them from coming online, will ultimately benefit Veno because they're a much later game team. But yeah, alright, we've got Magnus coming up pretty far in mid in a retreating Puck. The bottom lane has been abandoned for the time being by Veno. Yeah,
something to note, Viper's been down here just by himself, getting level 7 already, has the ultimate, already has an Aquila finished, has boots and a single ring of regen, probably just as a just an extra item. I don't know if that'll be built into anything.
Whereas Troll is still not even halfway to 7. He's not doing great on items. He hasn't finished his boots yet.
No.
Yeah.
Does have the levels. I mean, he's got those off-lane solo levels, but doesn't have anywhere near the farm that the Viper has. And even if we look at last hits, Viper has 40, one behind the highest in the game. Top lane's going down, though. Again, Ogre gets picked out. Puck is here. An amazing Dream Coil on all three of them. Lycan is just man-fighting right now. Finally takes down Undying. The zombies.
We've got a team fight going, and PKB ignoring the zombies to their detriment.
The zombies just shredded them there. But it ends up being 2 for 2. A good rotation from Viper does secure that final kill. So ends up 2 for 2 up top, and Viper isn't going to really catch anyone, although we do have Magnus mid. I don't know if Shane's going to suspect anything's coming. This could be very bad for Magnus. Okay, he is going to get out of there, use a Stampede to break the high ground, low ground wall, and he is going to walk away.
I mean, right now PKB is not playing the game that they need to play to win this because they're behind early, which is not where this team wants to be against a PA and a Troll and an Undying and a Magnus.
They're behind on 1 kill, but looking at the graphs, I mean, it's barely 750 XP in favor of Veno. Gold is a little over 1,000, around 1,300 in favor of Veno, so it's still awfully early.
That they've got a solo Veno farming, and in other respects, the other 4 heroes are doing much worse.
3 for 2, PKB lost 3? Did they? The respawn, I apologize. The respawn must have been so quick, I did not see it.
Also, you need to remember that one of Veno's deaths was from being denied by a neutral creep.
That was the first team fight.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this Viper is doing great, and once he's where he needs to be confident that he can start getting kills, that he's going to start getting them.
Yeah, he had a great rotation top there that secured another kill. We have them rushing in on the top lane. Ogre getting picked apart again, and this time there's no support. Oh, we do have support coming. Is that Puck rushing up with a haste rune? Gonna rotate back mid. They end up just letting that 1 kill go. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for Ogre. He has now died, I believe, in all 3 fights.
Yes. He's been food the entire game so far.
Oh, and now a great blink onto Lycan. Some great damage. I think I heard the crit sound go off as well, so Lycan goes from full health to suddenly below half in the blink of an eye. I mean, Phantom Assassin is no joke. She has level 3 blur, so that's 40% chance to miss at this point. Lycan simply has no way to deal with that. The mages here, Jakiro, Ogre, they can still fight. Blur does not dodge magic, unlike Faceless Void's Time Walk, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
So Time Walk does dodge magic. Phantom Assassin cannot.
Infuriating of passives.
Indeed.
The other thing to remember is that Blur actually keeps PA from showing up on the map.
In the laning phase, though, that's not so much of an issue. But that is true. No. Later on in the game, you might wonder where she is. You actually have to visually look for her. She does not appear on the minimap. It is a pain. It looks like...
And we've got a rotation coming.
It looks like they might be sneaking around behind, trying to pincer behind the tower and the creeps.
Oh,
throw down a ward.
From a level perspective, I think that Veno is getting to where they need to be to take control of this game even more than they have. We've got PA at 6.
It's backtrack, sorry.
6.
Time Walk is the leap on Faceless. Backtrack is the dodge.
I think what Veno are waiting for right now is for Pip to get her Death Ward. And once she has it, the team fight in the top lane will be very, very bad.
It will be.
PKB.
Jakiro right now is the only one who can really interrupt that. Ogre, does Fire Blast have a mini stun on it? I can't remember. It does. Fire Blast does.
Is a stun. It's not a mini stun. It's a stun and a nuke.
Okay, it's a 1.5, yeah.
Does not. I think once this Ogre hits 6, though, some of this could turn around a little bit because the multicast is not to be ignored.
No, multicast, I mean, it's random. It's percentage chance, but... It's usually like 100% chance. Like it always hits. It's really, really strong. We do have a rotation up top. Magnus is here. He runs in. Good blink past the ice path. Doesn't get the Lycan. Lycan pulls back. We do have the Dream Coil though, which is a great tether. There's the RP. Sucks them in. Oh, so much damage coming out. But now we have the Tombstone down, and the zombies are just ripping people apart. Undying's still gonna die though. 3-2 right now. Pip is going to get torn apart from standing under the tower. 4 for 2.
You gotta kill the zombies. Oh god.
The zombie Tombstone is still up. Puck does manage to get away. The Tombstone is no longer going to do anything here. It's too far away at this point.
That was a disaster for Veno. They way overcommitted on that fight, and PKB was ready for it.
Yeah, it was very close. Magnus had a great RP, but it was just not enough. They were able to get out of it with a couple hundred health. There just wasn't anything there to follow it up. I think Pip was too far away to get the ultimate down after the RP.
In the meantime, Chris on the Troll Warlord getting some solo farm, getting some gold. Getting some damage on the tower.
I mean, I think this is the role Troll's going to need to play this game, is create space.
Just generally speaking, PKB's towers are in bad shape. The mid tower is down to 250. The Bottom tower is at about half health, give or take. Top
And
doing all right.
actually, chat just pointed out real quick. Actually, the reason the Witch Doctor didn't use the Death Ward is because she's only 5.
Yeah, she doesn't have
so close to 6. If that fight had happened 30 seconds later, it would have been Veno who had won because the Death Ward would have been able to be thrown down after that that phenomenal RP. I mean, Shane did an amazing job. He blinked past the ice wall.
I just think that that's a situation where they got a little greedy and didn't wait to take the fight when they could have won it.
Yeah, 30 more seconds, and that would have been their team fight, not PKB's. But lessons learned, it's still 7-7.
PKB should be concerned that they came as close as they did to losing that fight on a 4v5.
And actually...
Troll was nowhere during that fight. Troll was solo leveling bottom. And for PKB to almost lose that fight in that state is not a good thing.
Right. Looking at the graphs, though, we can actually see... well, we see the swing going back up. Veno, 1,000 gold in their favor right now. XP actually did dip down into PKB's favor for a bit. Now it's going back up, so Veno still holding a bit of a lead here. Going on Lycan, just doing a couple hits. No crits go off. We do have a gank bottom, though. We have a multicast on the Warlord, but with Pip here, the heal going off, going to be A-okay. And Viper and Ogre are going to have to back off for now. Tower taking a ton of damage, though. That bottom lane tower is likely going to go down within 1 or 2 more creep waves. Actually, it's going to go down now as Viper and Ogre just come in to secure it. And they're actually going to fight. I don't think this is a fight that Troll wants, though. And he does go down. There goes the Death Ward. It's going to do a lot of work before they kill her. And Pip does unfortunately die. Some rotations do arrive, but it's only Shane on the Magnus. And
that was a great hiding job from the Ogre match.
Yeah, Ogre dips into the trees.
And he's got a handy salve. So
that was unfortunate. That wasn't a fight Troll wanted. Troll's great in 1v1 fights, but not against Viper with all the poison damage. Which is what ultimately killed him. And the mech, of course, yeah.
Got a lot of armor, got a lot of regen on that Viper. That's not... Viper is doing what he needs to this early game. They haven't shut Viper down the way that you'd want them to.
Oh, now Puck is going on the Undying. Gets the Dream Coil off. I mean, Pyrion's gone. And there goes the Undying. That was just a bad positioning. Puck and Viper had not left the lane, and Undying was up way too far by himself.
We're past the point of the game where Undying is the difficult kill that he is in the first 5 minutes.
Undying had a poor beginning. He's... Yeah, the bonus of having an Undying has now been lost.
Alright, so we've got some aggressive wards bottom. I think the reason that we saw that... Yeah, the pull cap bottom is warded.
Mid tower does fall for the Dire. I believe that was Magnus who got that, so that's good. We do have 1 tower down for each team now. Looking at the wards, I'm noticing a disturbing lack of wards coming out for Veno. That could help them out a lot. PKB has a ton of wards, especially in the Radiance jungle. We do have an Ice Path up top, a Stampede, but it missed. Jack.
Is it dead? Oh,
no, I don't think he is. Wow. Jakiro with some great jukes. A great RP, though. Again, a triple RP. This time, this Tombstone is there. Ogre Magi is going to go down as the zombies circle around him. Puck barely gets away. That's what they needed to be doing. That's exactly what they've needed to do. Unfortunately, it's a few minutes late, but that is a great fight. Phantom Assassin dying, though, is not so good. PA is one character that Veno does not want to have die right now. But
we still have the Tombstone still up. It's smart for Puck to leave. Okay, it finally went down. But yeah, the Tombstone is a thing in team fights that people ignore and die. If you let that... Wow. I didn't even notice Lycan was in there, but yeah. It's about that time. Once he has the Vlads, he doesn't need much more, and we could see he was able to barely squeak by. He only had around 350 health when he left the pit, but he does get the Aegis all to himself, gets that extra XP and gold. And he didn't blow his ult either, so he's still got that waiting.
No, he did not have to use it, which is really good for him. That's really good.
This is a dangerous place for this Jakiro to be. They haven't... Their ward, the Veno ward finally went down, but... a solo Jakiro in lane, I don't care how close he is to the tower, is asking to get killed again. We've got Viper farming, it looks like. Or looking for a kill in his own jungle. This could be bad for Magnus. This could be really bad for Magnus if there's a Dream Coil that Puck is willing to use, but he's not. He's going to go home.
Well, Magnus does have Blink, and I'm fairly certain you can blink out of the coil.
I think it snaps it when you blink out of it.
It might, yeah, I'm not 100%. It's been a while since I've been on the receiving end of coil. Top lane's going, bye Jakiro. As Arthur just pointed out, Jakiro in a lane by himself is an easy kill, and that is what happened. And that
I play
tower...
support a lot, and a solo support against a tri-lane is a dead support.
Magnus getting picked off. Might die, tries to stampede away. Viper isn't going to chase. A great net comes out from the mind-controlled creep. Shane now turns around on the Viper, but that's a bad turn. He had no support. Idea. I think he was expecting some help.
This tower is going to go down.
If one other person had been there to help Magnus out, might have got the kill. But instead, Magnus is now dead. Lycan and Viper are going to shred that tower. And top lane is getting jumped. There's just a whole lot of bad things happening right here. Yeah. And the ice path, the zombies, the pyroclasm.
The zombies control a team fight, and people underestimate it, and they're gonna keep dying to it until they start taking the Undying out.
Yeah, I mean, so much damage was laid out so quickly right there. They didn't really have much of a chance to even get to the totem to kill it.
So we'll take a look at the fight recap from that. The Tombstone heavily favored.
Whoops. God. Mouse, cooperate, mouse.
There was a 1,600 gold change in that fight alone. PKB can't lose these fights, and they're about to lose their top tower.
They're going to lose the tower. Going to lose it to creeps, no less. Boop, there it goes. Finally going down. Going to open the grass real quick. PKB does have the XP advantage, not by much. But Veno actually still holding the gold advantage right now. Only about 1,000 though. It's not a whole lot. It's a close game still.
Between these two teams, PKB does not want to play a game where they're trading the XP lead back and forth with Veno, because Veno's late game is just so much stronger.
Troll Warlord just ulted, but I don't know.
He's farming.
Okay, he's
Troll
just farming.
Had a bad lane. He's farming their camps in the mid lane.
Yeah, just making sure. Again, I'm going to point out, the wards coming out of PKB are on point. They have wards all over the place. Venomancer finally has a ward in the jungle, but not as much as I would expect, especially with a PA.
This could be a very dead Witch Doctor if she goes out by herself. Oh, they're smoked.
Witch Doctor had a wolf tailing her the whole time too. Shane is here. An RP does get two of them, but the Dream Coil. Shane comes in a little too soon. He had no one there to follow up, and Undying pays the price. Witch Doctor has also gone down. And now Magnus is trying to get away. Good blink.
Smartly silenced the Undying before he could drop his tombstone.
Lycan's chasing in wolf form. He is so fast, even with Magnus running.
And with the
Stampede goes off.
He can dive towers and get the kill.
So much damage output right now coming from Lycan. They finally do just get away, but after just taking hit after hit from Lycan in wolf form, with the wolves as well accompanying him. And again, Lycan still has the Aegis, so he really didn't care. He would have just ran in, but they did finally get behind the tower there.
I think that if PKB pushes this, they can take this tower.
Well, the rest of Veno will be up shortly, and one of them just TP top. Puck actually left to go protect top as it was dying to creeps. We do see the rest of Veno coming bottom, though. They're ready and forced to fight this. Now, Magnus doesn't have RP, though.
Lycan still has the Aegis, and that is going to be down soon.
Magnus pinging like crazy. He wants to go on this. We get the Stampede, pushing Ogre back. Ogre's gone as an amazing crit goes off. They finally finish the kill there. So
I'm a little surprised at the timidness of this Lycan to get into these fights, especially when there's so many people from PKB around.
Well, don't underestimate the Puck right now. Without Puck in the group, Puck offers so much burst damage and a silence that they probably just didn't want to deal with a 5v4 without Puck.
Well, I'll tell you, the Undying was behind before, but he is really caught up. He's actually same as the Troll Warlord at this point. The Witch Doctor behind it at level 8, but where she needs to be because she's got her Death Ward. She's probably got a level 4 cask, so a lot of bounces, a lot of stun. The teamfight advantage is on Veno's side right now.
And we could see the net worth to Viper very far ahead, But Magnus and PA are in second, third place there, so I mean that's good. The two cores for Veno are doing fairly well. Troll, unfortunately, still having a rough game, so he's not contributing as much as he could be if he had done better early on. But he had a very, very rough lane to go against. But PA is the one we really have to keep watch on. She has Helm of Dominator, has Boots, Shield. Ogre Club probably going to be a BKB first, I would assume, and then she'll work on more damage-oriented items. Top lane being pushed by Lycan.
PKB's problem, I think, right now is that the puck has fallen way off, way fast. As far as farm goes, the
we haven't initiated. We have the RP down bottom. We have an ice path that interrupted it a little bit. A great death ward, an absolutely amazing death ward. But they actually got pushed away from it. It didn't matter though. They're still getting the kill. The Aegis is down. Lycan has to bail out of the fight as he's almost dead, and that's perfect. That is exactly what they've wanted to do all along. They got the good RP, the death ward. They have the tombstone down that entire time. The only thing that almost went wrong there was Magnus pushed them away from the death ward a little bit, but they still got the kill.
There's no reason for Veno to stop pushing here. They don't have to leave. They've got so much healing from the Witch Doctor.
Well, without Viper, PKB offers little resistance aside from the Lycan, so they could definitely take this tier 2. Troll is up split pushing top lane. He doesn't have any mana left. His ulti's down, so he's probably going to bail out of this lane pretty quickly here. Also doesn't have a TP. Doesn't even have the mana to use the TP if he had it. And there they go. Pyroclasm being used to clean up the lane, kind of divert Veno away from that off lane there. But
this is spiraling out of control for PKB. This is turning into the worst case scenario game for them.
Yeah, I mean that team fight was exactly what they wanted. What we said all along. Shane got the RP exactly where he needed. The Tombstone came down. The Death Ward came down. And once Venomancer starts getting their BKBs online, Puck, Jakiro, Ogre, they're going to become insignificant. So it's really on this Lycan and Viper. They need to be in these fights, getting the kills quickly. They need the farm. But all the while, Phantom Assassin here is going to be getting her own farm. She has enough for a Mithril Hammer, so only another 1,300 to get the BKB for herself. And then she can just YOLO dive into these team fights with little concern about the magic damage.
Right.
And until Lycan or Viper get a Monkey King bar, she's going to be dodging 50% of these attacks.
It never occurred to me how gross a combination Witch Doctor and Undying can be in team fights, and I'm a little surprised we don't see it more often.
Yeah, it is. It's very good. The Tombstone slow from the zombies is very good. Puck, Dream Coils onto Magnus. The Wolves are there to add additional damage, and Shane gets Ice Path just before he can Stampede. Pyrian shows up, throws down the Tombstone, but I think just can't do much here.
The map, for God's sake.
Phantom Assassin jumps in on the Viper. I don't know if that's the best target, but the Death Ward comes down, and they are not going to be able to stand her and fight. They need to try to run, but Phantom Assassin crits, is chasing, doesn't care.
And the Undying is type.
Undying gets the kill using the, whatever that thing is called, I can't remember right now. And they're still diving this.
God.
Blink onto Lycan. We have a buyback on Viper. Lycan limping into his base.
And you see that cask just follow the entire team and bounce forever.
Finally, Veno's going to have to pull back as Viper is just too much to deal with without a Death Ward or some other thing to help get the kill, and they bail out with the Witch Doctor offering heals in case they keep chasing. However, a DD on PA, this could be really bad if PKB chases into this.
Unnoticed by us, Dyer's Courier died sometime in that fight.
I'm assuming it was at the secret shop when everything went down. I did not see that.
Wow. Viper needs mobility more than anything right now because he can fight real well when he's in it, but he can't chase.
This is a great idea to try to steal the Roche, but a bad idea to do without vision. As the Wolves are there, they know that this is happening, and PKB is getting into position to take this. And now Venomancer now knows.
We've got RP up, we've got Death Ward up, Tombstone is up.
And here they go. Puck just jumps into the pit. Ice Path gets this freeze. The Dream Coil is down. The Tombstone is down. Death Ward hitting. I can't even see who that is. It's Lycan. That's a great Death Ward again, diverting the Lycan out of the fight. Not enough damage happened while PA was stunned. Now PA is just going to town on everyone. The Troll ultimate goes up. PA is going to be swinging really fast right now. Viper trying to man-fight the PA. PA goes down to the poison.
This fight actually did not go exactly the way I think that Veno had hoped it would.
3 for 3.
Because...
Pip gets the kill on the Necro minion.
Oh, man.
No, that fight, unfortunately, so they had a great ice path that caught PA and I think Magnus, but no one was there to capitalize on it. So the ice path wore off and they were able to re-engage into the fight. If anyone had been there to kill PA while she was stuck in that ice path, that would have been perfect, but...
I will say that that fight could have gone a lot differently for PKB if Viper hadn't taken the time to destroy the tombstone first.
That is, yeah, that was very, very good to get that tombstone out of the way. I mean, it's a crucial part of team fights.
Oh, wow. Lycan is going to go finish that rush.
Well, he's got the wolves watching it. He knows it is very low, but certainly Venomancer knows it's low as well. They're not going to let that just go for free. Purion going in here. He sees the wolves. He had vision for just a second, but then they walked out of it. So he knows...
if the wolves are here, then he can definitely see them.
Yeah, he knows that they know, that everyone knows that Roche is almost dead, so...
The problem for PKB being that Viper isn't up for 5 seconds. And this Roche is very dead. And
they're going to try again. The Troll is going to shred this Roche now. But again, PKB is in position. Another great Hawk comes in again. The Dream Coil. This time the Ice Path only catches Phantom Assassin.
But Magnus managed to get the Aegis.
Witch Doctor does get melted. Magnus gets the Aegis. But again, the team fight is just going in Veno's favor as they're able to just tank through this damage. The Pipe of Insight offering a lot of magic absorption here.
And Viper just being torn apart by zombies.
Viper's being torn apart. Yeah, Lycan's going to go down. A zombie's chasing him, but it's not going to be enough. But there goes... Here it comes. The dagger hits. The blink should be any second. And a crit immediately gets the kill. And PKB just gets shredded.
Where PKB is thinking of the GG.
I don't think they're thinking GG, but they're thinking this Phantom Assassin is quickly getting out of control. They're getting some great ice paths on her. She's been stunned a few times, but there's nothing available to follow up. And as soon as Phantom Assassin's unstunned, she just starts doing what PA does. She jumps from hero to hero, and she's just getting really good kills. And who has... I don't see who has it. Let me find out. Undying is the one with the Pipe of Insight, which was a great call on Purion's behalf to get
because
the...
nobody is attacking Undying. Undying seems like such a low priority in these fights, but he's just really... turning the tide of everything.
Yeah, I mean, he's here for his items. He gets the tombstone down. He gets the pipe down. I mean, pipe blocks.
He has a crimson guard. He has a crimson guard.
Yeah, he's got a crimson guard now. So he's blocking 400 magic damage for his team, which is huge considering Puck, Jakiro, and Ogre all do magic damage. He gets the tombstone down, which is slowing. It's doing damage. He gets his ulti off, which just makes him a big distraction. He's got the Crimson Guard, which offers his whole team now some physical resistance, which is good for Lycan. I mean,
and PA's got her BKB.
And yeah, she's got her BKB. And then I don't think Lycan... I mean, Lycan got more of a push-oriented build. He's got the Necro, he's got the Vlads, so he's nowhere near a Monkey King bar. Viper, again, has no items built towards a Monkey King bar. So still, PA is working with that 50% evasion. It's looking really rough for PKB. I mean, it's a Phantom Assassin. We see this all the time in pub games. Everyone does. Unless you deal with her.
I never thought about Undying as the way up.
A great stun.
Bad fight.
They had a good initiate, but PKB didn't really have much follow-up. After the stun, the Pyroclasm was down. The zombies are down.
Races everyone.
So many zombies right now, ripping people apart. Lycan, I mean, they just can't... You can't fight. You can't just 1v1 fight the PA. Like, you need a team here. And
I think what PKB needs to do is to start teasing the BKB out of the PA.
Yeah.
Because they can't fight while that BKB is up. She's scratching people off of the map. And this could be Rax. Easily.
I mean, at this point, it could very well be GG. 15,000. Oh, the graphs are.
Melt that tower.
Yeah. 15,000 XP and gold in favor of Venomancer now. So, I mean, they accomplished what they had to. They had a rough beginning, but they bought enough time for their core carry, which was Phantom Assassin, and now she's going to win the game for them.
And Troll is just their catapult. He's the thing that's going to destroy everything.
Yep. Phantom Assassin has a Skull Basher just sitting in stash.
And
probably won't even need
just
it.
slice through backdoor protection.
Puck coming in, trying to do something. An ARP or Stampede as soon as Puck comes out of the reality shift. Another troll ulti's gonna just shred that Rax. I mean, Puck's already dead. There comes the auras. There's the zombies. Pyrion's just being a huge distraction. A nice ice path, but there's not a whole lot to follow that up. Viper's here, but I mean...
So something Pyrion is doing is he's tombstoning before he Pipe of Insights and waiting for zombies to be up, and then they get the Pipe of Insight bonus as well. It's a bad game for PKB.
It is. It's a rough position. Again, they didn't really do enough to handle the Phantom Assassin early on, and she's doing Phantom Assassin things.
And I think not to diminish what Veno has done, because they have executed on their strategy about as well as anyone could, I think, is that it's such like a pub strat. It's such like a gimmick team to slow everyone down in zombies and Death Ward into it, and that's what their fight has been until the PA came online, but PKB just hasn't reacted to it, and Veno is always together. They're always dropping the tombstone exactly when they need to.
Yeah, I mean, it became pretty clear that Veno needed to group up. I mean, they were losing the lanes, but as soon as they grouped up as 5, they're starting to win these fights, because, I mean, it's like any fight that builds around these big ultimates. I mean, you got the RP, the Death Ward, the Tombstone, Undying's ultimate, which just makes him a huge distraction, basically.
And we're about 5 minutes past when PKB needed to have won this game.
Yeah, the only real hope they have at this point is getting a core pick-off on the Magnus or even the Phantom Assassin if for some reason
she doesn't BKB in time.
Yeah, she doesn't BKB or she gets just picked off. Puck, oh, good quick blink there as Magnus blinks on her. I
think that it was a mistake on the Ogre Magi's part to build toward Ags before mobility item. His initiate is just severely diminished since the range reduction in Fire Blast, and you can see that in how little the Ogre is getting done here.
I mean, Shane aggressively just blinking up to high ground. He doesn't even care. Phantom Assassin's not even going to wait. She just blinks into the base. BKB's on. Ogre's already dead. Blinks over. Puck's getting shredded. Viper's getting... Oh, a crit just ends Viper's life. Death Ward comes down by Jakiro. Puck comes out of Reality Shift and is instantly melted. And GG's going to be called.
Yep.
I mean, PKB played a great early game, but as soon as it came down to these 5v5 team fights, they had no answer for Phantom Assassin's just overwhelming strength. But that's game 1, guys. Venomancer, I hardly knew her, versus Poutine King Bar. We will be back after 1-2 minute brief break, and we'll be here for game 2. So please stick around. Thank you for watching so far. Alright, everyone. Welcome to Game 2 of Venomancer I Hardly Knew Her versus Poutine King Bar of the Recreational Tournament, Dota 2 Tournament for Games Industry Folk. I am Sean Saris, and casting again with me is Arthur Geese.
Hello.
And bye-bye Invoker immediately again. Another respect ban. Tidehunter. I suppose Juggernaut will be next.
We got the fast bans again. I think that maybe PKB needs to think a little longer on their draft this time. I feel like PKB's lineup last game was a 6.81 team in a 6.83 world. Which, amusingly enough, didn't matter because the game ended really quickly.
Yeah, it wasn't a terribly long game. They had Veno had a rough early game, but
once
they got going, Void pick. Yeah, so they opted to ban the Witch Doctor instead of Void, so it gets picked up immediately. I mean, you can never underestimate a Faceless Void. He's just such a good hero. The Chronosphere, any ability that stops time is always going to be strong. Like, it just doesn't matter what happens to it. So.
Oh, God, and we've got the Undying again. I really think they should have banned that before the Invoker.
Troll getting picked. I mean, Venomancer is going to stick with what works, apparently. It's going to be a little harder with the Faceless. The Chronosphere does complicate things for both of these characters, but we'll see what they pick after that.
I kind of wonder how a Lich would work into Undying's lineup with the zombies going into Chain Frost, but
it'd be similar to the Witch Doctor Ultimate, really. The slow would keep them grouped up, not quite as well as like a Chronosphere or something, but
or a Cask. But yeah, I think that it could work. Or PKB could also pick a Lich to wombo into the.
There's definitely going to be some characters here picked. There we go. Exactly. Skywrath can drop his ulti in there. And if it's a single target chrono, that person is immediately gone. Skywrath's ulti is incredibly powerful, but the damage, 1400, is dispersed among the targets inside of it. So if there's 2 targets, it's halved, and so on and so forth. Phantom Assassin gets axed out of this game for obvious reasons, as she just crushed the last game. And Phantom Assassin is one of the few characters that can 1v1 the Faceless, so you do want to eliminate her. Silencer actually getting banned by Venomancer. I would have almost expected them to pick it up. I mean, Silencer is amazing.
They seem to be pretty afraid of Silencer, and also Silencer really disrupts Undying's ability to contribute to a fight early.
For sure.
Which is when the Tombstone is most useful.
Exactly. It's definitely a good ban, but I would have almost expected them to pick it up for themselves. Magnus gets banned. I mean, that's a result of the last game. They're spending a lot of time banning out characters that Shane plays with. I mean, Shane is very, very good at Dota. If you haven't noticed, so when you ban one person like this, you can run into issues as it opens up so many other picks for the rest of the team. But we'll see what happens. Razor gets banned out. I mean, Razor can work with Void fairly well.
I think we're going to see a Lion on Venomancer. It got banned last time before they could pick it. Witch Doctor got cut, and Pippa is very comfortable with that character, from what I recall.
Lion would not be a bad pick. You can mana siphon away Void's ability to use his stuff. I mean, the one thing about Void now, more so than ever, thanks to a recent nerf, is he needs a lot of mana to do his combo.
Yeah, he's a mana-starved hero, which was a very needed change, although I still feel like he can chrono too quickly.
So if you have a Lion that even if you siphon 25% of his mana off, I mean, that could be enough to stop the chrono. I believe it's 350 mana now at max level. 300.
And Lion's mana drain recently got a buff in the form of a faster tick, so it procs more often.
Yeah.
You effectively are pulling more mana than you could without a full drain.
I think it went from like 0.4 to 0.1.
0.25 to 1.
0.25. Shadow Shaman gets picked up. I mean, Shaman is just one of those great supports who's always good. Like, there's rarely a game where Shadow Shaman can't be useful. He has a Hex, Shackle, he has a Nuke, he has the ability to push with the snakes, his wards. What are they called? Mass Serpent Ward.
Mass Serpent Ward, yeah.
And then if he gets a Refresher, he could drop them twice. If he gets a Shadow Blade, he could do some sneaky ninja strats with them. He's a good support all around. Very similar to Witch Doctor. Very few games.
Incredibly fragile.
He is super squishy, yes.
But between Shaman and Troll, their push is once again bananas. Um, but I kind of wonder if Poutine King Bar is going to go for a really strong team fight this game.
I would expect that to be the case, but you do bring up a good point that Venomancer is. I mean, if they pick a Nature's Prophet next, this is going to be a game they want ended in like 20 minutes. Like Troll Warlord, Shadow Shaman, you throw in a Death Prophet or a Nature's Prophet, towers are going to disappear in moments.
A Treant might be a decent counter pick to the push that Venomancer
A
is
Treant would be
putting,
good, yeah.
putting on the field.
The
And
problem,
he's not been banned.
even a Death Prophet would be good. Right now, the problem with the push Venomancer has is it's unlike, say, Nature's Prophet, where you could just kill the trees. Shadow Shaman, it's really hard to kill those death wards unless you're
They're
a ranged
real
character.
pain in the balls.
And if they get a Death Prophet on top of that, you can't kill the ghosts. Like, you simply have to just let it happen or kill Death Prophet herself.
This is an interesting counter pick from PKB, actually. Undying is going to get punished for putting those tombstones down.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, the Echo Slam will now
That's a
proc
smart
off
counter
of
pick.
all of the zombies, which is going to
lot
be
of
to
damage.
Undying's detriment for sure. And not
If
only
there's a
that,
creep
but
wave next to them, that's oof.
not only that, but I mean, Earthshaker just does general good harass in lane because of his wall, and the Fisher can be used to slow down push pretty effectively.
Yeah.
So he's not I wouldn't say he's a good counter pusher, but he's a good way to slow it down.
The only problem is that Troll Warlord's ability to speed up attacks applies to his range as well. So he's hard to keep away from towers. Shaman as well. Like, there's a decent amount of range on those snakes. But Earthshaker is a great pick into this, as long as he gets enough farm to get his Blink Dagger.
And then, of course, he can't combo into the the Fisher can into the Chronosphere. But as soon as the Chronosphere shuts off, he can jump in. Anyone that's left, boom, you slam them, likely
He
dead.
sets up for the Chrono really well.
And yeah, he sets up better than he ends. But either way, he's still useful there. Centaur gets picked up. I mean, Centaur's got amazing Initiate. He's got the Stampede, the Stun, Double Edge. I mean, he's just an all-round very good 3-position character.
He's good disengage against some really strong team fight from Poutine King.
Early on, you usually Stampede into fights because you don't have your Blink yet. But then later on, you can save it for when the fight's ending, and then you can all just peace out super quick. Not a core carry, though. We're still waiting to see who Venomancer picks for their one position. Poutine King, I would have to assume that's Faceless in the 1, but we've seen before in pub games and other matches the Faceless be a 2 or 3 slot, really only there to offer the Chronosphere, while another character plays the core role. So still a possibility that could happen, but usually you see Faceless in the number 1 spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the mid is for PKB here.
Skywrath can go mid.
He's so squishy.
Yeah, but he offers
squishy.
so much harassment. He can use his Arcane Bolt for days. It's such a low mana cost. He could just fire that again and again and again.
I actually wouldn't be surprised to see Troll in mid for Veno this game.
Oh, there's the mid. It is a Zeus.
Oh, and Shaman is going to pay for that.
I feel bad for anyone caught in this Chronosphere right now. It's not going to be a fun time.
There's a lot of... Oof.
Now, fortunately, a Venomancer can BKB a lot of this damage off. I mean, Zeus, Skywrath, the damage does nothing if you got a BKB up. Omni Knight maybe wouldn't be a bad pickup, but then you'd have to rely on Troll to be your core 1 position.
I don't think Zeus is for in the middle of the team fight in this game. I think Zeus is for when Veno tries to disengage with Centaur to get the cleanup kills.
Yeah, but he's also good at just opening the fight with, you bring down the Thunder, everyone drops 20% of their health immediately, and then it makes the team fight much harder. Bristle and Ember get banned as the last bans. I mean, Bristleback's an amazing offlaner. He's super durable. And then the Swag Spirit gets picked. Ember Spirit got banned. He's an amazing carry. So those are 2 bans I'm not surprised with. Storm Spirit is going to be mid. He's going to probably be played by Shane. I think he played him once before. I mean, Storm Spirit is so good.
I mean, at this point, do you pick to counter the Storm Spirit?
No. I think Poutine King Bar at this point is committed to this Chronosphere kind of build. They're going to probably pick what they need to finish that off. However...
Wouldn't Animage be a pretty decent counter to that Storm?
Anti-Mage and the Faceless would be fighting for late-game farm at that point.
But Mana Break does damage depending on how... Wow,
Gyro.
Gyro's not bad. I've been seeing him a lot lately, which is weird. He's kind of squishy for a carry.
Yeah, but he offers so much because his ulti, again, can be dropped in the Chronosphere. That's a lot of damage. 400 or 500 damage. The missile early game is one of the strongest early game nukes. That's 500 damage within, the 2-3 minute mark, depending how your farm's going.
We're going to see that Shadow Shaman get donged a lot.
Yes.
This game.
Yeah. But more importantly, Gyrocopter offers late game push like a champion. Because of the flat cannon, because of the rocket barrage, he can keep lanes out of the base with relative ease. So no matter how strong Venomancer pushes into the base, Gyrocopter is very, very good at keeping things clear.
And once Gyro has his Ags, actually, PKB has got a lot of global presence.
Oh, yes, for sure. They have 2 ultis they can drop at any point on the map, and it's going to be a rough fight. But do you want to introduce PKB?
Roche?
Level 1 Roche.
Are they pinging Roche? We may have Veno going for a level 1 Roche. On Veno, we've got Parry and Flax once again on the Undying, which did him a lot of favors last game. We've got Shane on the Storm Spirit. We've got Pip on the Shadow Shaman, Sponge on the Troll Warlord, and we've got Chris on the Centaur Warrunner.
All right, and then real quick, we have Demons on Skywrath Mage, Olive Juice on the Gyro.
They're doing it.
Warshop on Faceless, Mac on the Zeus, and Barishnikov on the Earthshaker, and they are going to try level 1 Roche.
Oh god, but there's only 4 there, and all of PKB is waiting.
Yeah, they know. Everyone knows, but we do have a ward here, so... Veno knows that PKB knows that everyone knows something's about to go down. Will they do it? They're just standing there.
We've got a fissure ready for them to keep them in the Roche pit.
Yeah, I think, it looks like we might see a fissure, but no one's there to pick up the rune anyways. No, they come out. Alright, so they're not going to do Roche. This is all just rune contention. It would have been a really, really rough Roche if they had tried, so... They get the rune, gave it Storm Spirit, which is a good move. Storm Spirit only has 2 GG branches, or Iron branches, so he's going to go straight bottle. He's opting to skip any form of healing and just get that bottle ASAP.
So it looks like once again we're going to have the aggro try from Veno, which worked for them really well last game, with Centaur all by his lonesome top. Doing a pretty good creep block, though. He's going to get that wave up real high, which is what he wants. We've got Faceless solo off.
Excellent weapon on the Faceless, too. Has the Mjolnir.
That's pretty hammer. We've got
nice.
Zeus mid against Storm Spirit, which,
not
bad.
I love the matchup of Lightning versus Lightning. That's excellent.
We've got safe lane try with Skywrath Earth and Gyro bottom on PKB.
So
he's got Rocket Barrage now. I think we're probably going to see him maxing Missile as quickly as he can.
I would think so. The Missile, again, is so strong. 2 missiles will end Shadow Shaman just immediately.
Also, Troll is pretty squishy this early. He's only got 2 armor and 530 health. And Shaman's actually got more health, although less armor.
And here comes the first missile, but I think it's going to dive too deep. It will probably get killed. Lots of lag from PKB. Uh-oh.
And it gets him because everybody else in lane is a melee character right now, although we've got ranged on Troll now. I wonder if we're going to see more range on Troll this game than we see melee as compared to last game where he was a melee hero pretty much exclusively. Top lane, Centaur is actually pushed up quite a bit. I think that they maybe need to send a support over there to start stacking and pulling for him, because this is a better lane for Faceless right now than it is for Centaur.
It is, but I think once Centaur gets some of the return damage up, he should be okay. You don't want to take free damage from return. Earthshaker with a DD, I mean, he just certainly isn't a crit shaker yet, but this could be bad.
Poor Troll.
A nice wall. Oh, but a shackle comes out. They're going to turn this around on him. The tombstone gets dropped. The zombies. And Earthshaker just caught out. That was, I mean, honestly, that was...
Where the hell was the Skywrath in that fight?
Baryshnikov goes down.
And
Skyrath
Demon's-
being chased by zombies still. They finally die.
after a full game of being harassed by zombies, I would have thought they'd figured out how to deal with this
I
by
don't
now.
think they could quite reach the totem from the uphill advantage.
I
was
don't
the
even
issue.
mean that. I just mean killing the zombies, like,
Yeah,
right away.
yeah. A lot of people run from the zombies. The zombies
But
at
they're
level
so
1.
fast.
Yeah,
So fast.
the zombies at level 1 can just be killed. I believe it's a one-hit kill for the zombies at level 1.
They're gonna pick on this Earthshaker. They're really turning around how I thought this lane was gonna go. I really expected the
Arcane
shaman
Bolt from
to get
Skyrath.
harassed out of lane.
Yeah, I mean, Pip is doing a great job of being very far away from everyone. Troll gets cut off from everyone else. The tower is opting to shoot the creeps. He takes a few tower hits. Arcane Bolt's going to collide. I don't know if
this
they're
could
going to be able to
be-
follow it up. They are not. Unfortunately, the wall wears off before anyone can get in position.
And Gyro without enough mana to send a rocket or to send a missile, unfortunately. Troll's not leaving, though.
No, and PKB, I mean, the lane is up under their tower, but they're just taking so much harassment from the other heroes that they can't really do much. Gyrocopter is back really far, in fact. Went and got some cover with the creeps. Let's go quickly check top lane.
Got Undying securing a rune, and again, just Centaur's lane is not in good shape. This lane has been pushed up where Faceless wants it for a really long time. And we've got... They're actually equal on CS, which is not good for a safe lane carry. This isn't where Chris wants to be.
Centaur throwing out some damage on the Faceless, making it known that this lane isn't just his. I mean, Centaur now has what's super important for him is his Tranquil Boots, and he has them now. So the lane is going to be much harder for Faceless, as Centaur is able to regen health. I mean, 20 HP a second now because of the boots. That means he can now spam Double Edge pretty well anytime it's up. So Faceless is really going to have to watch out. Hopefully rely on the backtracks. Where is it? Right there. It's at 10% right now. So there's a slim chance he could backtrack that Double Edge. But
I'm a little surprised that Faceless is going for so much time lock over backtrack in this lane. I would think that he'd want the damage to go away more often than anything right now.
Well, the thing about the time lock is it does give you so much extra damage. When it goes off, it's basically like a DD, like it's double damage almost. 60 damage right now, it's 70 damage at max. So if he does get into a fight and he can land even 2 time locks, that's a lot of extra damage.
He's also about to get his chrono.
There's another Double Edge. Yeah, the Chrono's very good. If he can time the Chrono to go off right after a Double Edge, I mean, Centaur will be at a disadvantage. Double Edge takes health away from Centaur. Bottom lane, God, I mean, it's continuing action down here. They keep duking it out, but no one ever commits enough. Except for maybe this time, Purion commits the Tombstone. They are trying to get the kill. Skyrath Mage is down to half. Gyrocopter is getting picked on. The zombies are trying to do something, and there he goes. He does fall.
Where's the fissure?
Shadow Shaman actually gets the kill. I thought that was an auto attack from Shadow Shaman. I saw.
That was a mistake on the part of the Earthshaker. He really should have fissured Sponge on the troll.
Is he actually at the point where he can?
He did. Yeah, I mean, he did. He fissured the wrong people.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he still had the mana. Oh, Zeus coming in.
Rotation from Zeus.
Zeus, yeah, and the calls down the thunder. You can't dodge heaven, as they say.
That's why, and dewarding, which is going to get really expensive and really obnoxious.
That was an excellent rotation. I mean, probably could have just dropped the ult from mid, but rotates anyways to secure the kill Thunderbolt as well.
There is no reason for this Gyrocopter not to missile that troll. That troll, if he's smart, is going to go home. And
he is far enough away now. The missile can't be casted.
Storm Spirit, free farming mid.
Yeah, free farming mid, and that's a bad thing. Storm Spirit needs just one item to really come online. That's the Orchid.
And you'll see, we've got Faceless sitting on a Smoke of Deceit in his lane, just waiting for an opportunity to use it, which could go really poorly for somebody somewhere. I assume once the Zeus ult is up and Gyro's got his ult, which is going to take a while in the tri-lane. Granted.
Actually, he's coming around mid. It looks like they're going to try to land the Chrono on the Storm Spirit. He's smoked up. He's waiting by the room, but it's 7 minutes. I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
I think he's waiting for Storm to be up a little farther, right
yeah,
there.
Okay, here he's getting in position. He wants to do this. I mean, they want to eliminate Storm from the situation as often as they can. He's not someone that needs to be getting farmed. He's sitting on 1,300 gold right now.
And he's so confident, and that could be the thing that gets him killed here. Although he's at full health.
Oh, he's diving. Here it goes. This is a bad dive from Shane. He's silenced. He is gone.
Didn't even have to use the chrono. Good rotation from PKB.
So Zeus, though, fell to 20 health.
Get killed if people don't come back, though.
Yeah, a little bit of an over-rotation for PKB there, but they got the kill. So, I mean, that's what's important in the
Storm
end.
Spirit is good. This could turn out really bad for somebody in the safe jungle.
Skywrath trying to fly away. Gets away from Empyrean.
They really need a tri-lane bottom. They can't. One or two people cannot stand up to this tri-lane. And Gyro, Gyro's in a bad place.
Gyro gets nuked, drops the missile on Troll. It's going in, and the chrono.
Here's the
excellent.
chrono.
Oh, shackled in the chrono, messes up the chrono, but it doesn't matter. Zeus ult comes down. Shaman gets melted. Troll gets melted as Earthshaker comes in from behind, and now Pyrion's just trying to do something. Tombstone's down. It's causing a lot of trouble for Skywrath. Get that Tombstone down, guys. Oh, Skywrath just barely gets by.
And
that
they
was
lost
really
the
close.
Faceless in that fight to the zombies.
Yeah, they lost Faceless. I mean, Pip.
But overall, that was a good fight.
That was a champion shackle right there. She was just on the outside of the chrono, managed to shackle as soon as the chrono came down, and completely ruined the chronosphere. Unfortunately, though, the lightning from Zeus killed her. But what a fight. That was just a lot of good plays there.
They really, really need to figure out a way to deal with that Tombstone. Although, good lord, the missile does a lot of damage.
Yeah, the missile does a lot. The Zeus is pumping out a lot of damage regularly now. I mean, I just took a look at the graphs. They're in favor of Venomancer right now, not by a whole lot. And it's still fairly early in the game, so it certainly is anyone's game. But
so smart thing, I think, for PKB right now is that Earth is mid. I don't know if he's going to stay there, but if they let him stay there, I think that it would be good for the team because he needs some farm and he needs levels. He needs that Echo Slam.
I didn't catch where is Zeus? Zeus, where are you?
Wherever he wants to be.
Zeus was up top. Well, he just got a kill on Troll. That's why I'm asking. Oh, and we might have another kill on Storm Spirit as he's caught out. He was zipping while the lightning went off and it didn't hit him. Oh my gosh.
Oh god, this is the luckiest
7 health.
that's ever played the game.
The Earth Wall misses. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and afraid to get the bottle. Afraid to get the rune for the bottle.
That is unbelievable. I don't even think that was timed. He just happened to be zipping when the ultimate went off. That would, if I was Zeus, I would be infuriated right now.
I'm going to be honest, RNGesus has seemed to be on the side of Veno since this series started.
That was unbelievable luck. Pyrion gets hit by a missile bottom.
And Gyro has his ult, so that could be a thing at some point, especially if they get another chrono down here.
Now, they don't have the Skywrath ulti, though, which is a lot of damage. We have a stun coming out from the Centaur. They're going on Zeus. Here comes a zip.
Oh, that is a sad Zeus.
That is a sad Zeus, but his friends show up. It's still a lot of right-click, though. Storm Spirit does end up getting the kill.
And
they're now chasing down.
Again.
The zombies come out, but they're far enough away from the Tombstone. It won't be an issue, but Skywrath is still being chased. A great wall. The missile's coming. The missile's coming. Is it going to hit before Skywrath dies? It does. Oh, wow. If that missile had been 1 second longer, Skywrath probably would have died first there. A Chronosphere got burned to try to kill Shane. The bashes are real. The bashes are real as RNGesus just gives his favor to Faceless Void there. And 3 bashes in a row, I believe. That's the kind of luck I haven't seen in Dota in forever, because if that was me, I would have bashed myself, because that's my kind of luck.
Yeah,
but
I see. I'm not sure who has the better late game here, because Faceless is Faceless, obviously, but Storm Spirit scales really, really well.
Yeah, but a lot of his stuff gets negated by BKBs, so eventually Faceless will have a BKB probably. I mean, Gyro will get one, so...
This Gyro bottom is living dangerously. He's all alone in lane and up real far. And
he does have his Skywrath friend. He's back. Does have his phase boots.
Has been really aggressive in the safe jungle. Veno is an aggressive team.
They are. I mean, when you play with a Storm Spirit, that's what you want to do.
Oh, Skywrath.
And he's going to get a DD.
Neighborhood to be in.
Oh, boy. Spirit has a DD. He's got full mana. At level 1, he can't zip that far. Yeah, he is only level 1 ulti, so he can't zip super far yet, but he is looking. He wants someone to die right now. Pinging out mid.
Yeah, this is going to go bad for
Oh,
somebody.
Zeus. No. Oh, Zeus. I mean, he'll just dive the tower. It doesn't matter. He's looking for it.
And there's a lot. Oh, God.
Oh, he lets him
Smart
go.
Zeus.
Yeah,
Zeus falling back.
Yeah, Zeus, I think suspecting something, finally gets back. Bye-bye, tower. Oh, Gyrocopter, that might be a bad TP. He drops the ultimate. Here comes Storm Spirit. He just walks in, doesn't even zip, and Zeus is going to melt. Gets the ulti off, though. That's good. At least the damage has been done from the ulti. Faceless was trying to chase. We have...
Gyro. No.
Gyro goes down as he tries to chase Shaman. Earthshaker comes in, but it's not enough, and he's going to go down as well as Troll was just taking shot after shot after shot.
PKB cannot fight on fronts the way that they tried to.
They got split up there, and they chased that Shadow Shaman. It looked super tasty at 100 health, and Troll was there to just kill them. Now they're probably going to lose mid. We do have a TP coming. Skywrath, that is a very aggressive TP. The Chrono comes down. Storm Spirit gets melted.
Chrono from Faceless there. Skywrath didn't need to die.
The bashes are real. Yeah.
Clean up from Zeus.
I mean, they turned it around. They got the kills. The tower stands. Barely. It's going to get denied.
Zeus, that is not a good neighborhood for you to be in. So, tower-wise, obviously, Veno is ahead. They've got quite a lot of damage on bottom, whereas PKB hasn't touched the bottom tower. The middle tower is taking a lot of damage, though, but PKB down 2 towers, not necessarily taking fights as smart as you would hope with their team.
I mean, we all know once these team fights go down, it's really hard to stay coordinated. And on that last team fight, they just got split up and then they got picked apart, unfortunately.
Oh, I mean, goodbye, Gyrocopter.
Where's Gyrocopter?
He's top lane.
Oh, that's top lane. He gets the ulti.
Oh, he does.
No, he barely squeaks by. And Faceless is here. He's going to try to finish it. Oh, but Faceless, you need to run. Hopefully you backtrack something. Oh, the silence goes off. Amazing Skywrath.
From PKB.
He dodges the auto attack. A regen rune? Are you kidding? Shane's luck today is just... Oh my goodness.
Veno's got RNGs on their side, but sometimes that's just not enough.
It wasn't enough in that case, but that was so close to being an escape. A Storm Spirit with a regen rune is a wonderful thing. Bottom lane...
Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman drops wards on the tower and takes it. Shreds
that tower. I mean... Venomancer has really good kind of, I wouldn't say rat Dota, but rat-esque Dota. PKB is going to have to be careful. They take these big fights while the rest of Veno's off getting lanes, getting objectives.
And that tower gets Shamaner boots, but Faceless now has his Mask of Madness.
He's going to be hitting hard inside these Chronos, that's for sure. Zeus, who's been doing really well, has the is going Blink. This Zeus is playing super, super aggressive. Has a Blink. Has the Arcane Boots. Probably, if going to be playing this aggressively, I expect to see the Aghanim Scepter then to boost the damage output.
Zeus is also the entirety of PKB's early game right now. He's got 5 kills and 2 deaths, whereas Gyrocopter's died one more time than he's killed, and everybody else is not feeding, but they're not really standing up to this. But right now we
have the Stampede. Gyro just gets melted from the double edge. A Chrono. He zips into the Chrono on accident. He's going to pay for it and dies. Skywrath, I don't... Did he ulti? I thought I saw it. No, he didn't ulti.
Keeps his ulti, but the fight's not over.
It's not over. Tombstone goes off, but the bashes are super real right now. He is shackled. There's the ulti. It melts Shadow Shaman.
Kill the zombies.
Undying is doing so much work because of the zombies. Zeus is going to go down.
Oh my god.
The zombies, there's just so many of them right now.
Run from them.
Unfortunately, there's just too many for Zeus alone to deal with. The other two had to run away. Undying mops up a kill there, but I mean, that's still in Poutine King Bar's favor.
The problem here is that Veno is getting kills on people they would prefer not to have kills on when all is said and done.
Yeah. I mean, they need to be killing Faceless, but every time he's squeaking out of these fights with half health, quarter health, a missile is just...
But the people getting the kills are Undying and Shaman, and those aren't the people you want with the experience that you're looking for from these fights.
I mean, that last Shane, unfortunately, just the worst luck finally kicking in as he zips into a Chrono. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that for a Storm Spirit. And he had zipped from so close by that by the time he probably noticed the Chrono, it was too late.
All right. Well, so just to catch up, we've got a breather, so to speak. Shaman warding, Undying looking for farm mid. Although if he's not careful, he's going to pay for it. But Shaman is there. We've got Centaur picking up an invisibility rune. This could be really bad for somebody.
It certainly could. Let's keep our eye. God, I hate you.
I really feel for Shadow Shaman.
Who's yellow? Oh, that's Gyrocopter.
I really feel for Shadow Shaman buying all these wards and putting down because none of them are going to stay up.
Yeah, Zeus has been doing a tremendous job of finding them and getting rid of them.
Oh, Earthshaker.
Oh, they bumped into each other, but did they actually notice the collision, I wonder? I don't think so.
I doubt it very highly. It's really hard to know when that's
There's the stun. Earthshaker's going to melt before he can do anything. Here comes the Gyro ulti. A good Chrono. Good Chrono. The silence on Purion, but it's going to wear off, actually, before the Chrono even ends. Still dies. Troll's trying to do something. He's going to melt.
Kill the zombies. Oh.
The zombies are just... Fortunately, there was enough people...
Excellent anti-zombie tool.
Yeah, with Gyrocopter there, he does kill the zombie totem very, very quickly.
So, that's not a bad fight for people.
No.
It's not as well as they'd like to take it, but... You know, losing 2 supports for a core and 2 supports.
Poor Troll. He ran for like 15 seconds to get away from that missile. It finally caught him. It didn't kill him, but it's so aggravating when you just run as fast as you can. That damn missile always catches you eventually.
It's the funniest skill in the game now.
It is.
It's even funnier than a giant pigger frog.
But no, that last fight was very good for PKB. It's unfortunate that they had to lose Skywrath as well, but it was 2 supports. So as long as Faceless got the farm there, I mean, that's really, really good for him. I mean, obviously Faceless just gets out of control. Has his Maelstrom now, which is very key for these Chronos. We have a rotation bottom here. They're going to bump into each other. Something is going to happen. Bad things. Tombstone goes off.
We've got an Echo Slam.
We have the slams. We have the Tombstone. Purion's chasing. He doesn't care. Centaur's up there trying to get the stun off, but he's not close enough. He does stun Faceless. Zeus ult comes down. Centaur finally dies. So does Shaker. Shane is here on the Spirit, though, and everyone just gets mopped up.
It's way too long of a wait on that Echo Slam. That really could have been the thing that changed the fight, and he just waited to drop it.
Well, there was too much kiting going around. Everyone was just in the wrong position there. They were getting chased by Shaman, the Troll. I mean, everyone.
I feel like when everybody is bunched up, PKB wins. But when PKB sees the zombies, they run, which is exactly what Veno wants. And until PKB learns, Veno is going to do it every time.
Well, we'll just have to see how these fights go. They're going to try to do Roche now. Troll does have lifesteal, so as long as he gets lucky on the bashes from Roche,
going to be a fast Roche.
It should be okay. Now they don't have any. Yeah, they don't have any sort of Deso or medallion, so his armor is not going to be negated at all. It's going to take a little longer than they'd probably like, and PKB should know this is happening, but they only have about a second left to do.
There's not a lot they can do
there's
about
not
it,
enough time left now, and that was a giant sheep for a second. And the Aegis goes to Storm Spirit, which isn't a surprise. Who has his Orchid now? So this is the time for Storm Spirit to really do work, and he zips. He sees Earthshaker, but Shaker's going to get away.
I mean, he saw the fissure. He gambled on him being somewhere he wasn't. And again, we've got wards down in the jungle that are just not going to stay there.
Yeah, Veno's trying to keep things warded. I mean, Storm Spirit needs vision to be effective as an assassin. But Zeus makes
a pretty decent counter to that. PKB has a lot of decent counters, but they're just not taking fights well.
It looks like Veno is gonna just push mid, deciding now's the time because they have the Aegis. A good blink, an excellent blink. Who was that?
And Storm Spirit's got the missile on him. This could be
He
really
can
bad.
he can zip the missile off if he times it just
Can you
right.
disjoint it?
Oh, he's just... Oh, he actually eats the damage. And Zeus kills him!
Yes! This is what Zeus is for.
That's,
He's the most annoying hero in the game.
Here comes the... Oh, here comes the Chrono. He doesn't get Storm Spirit, but that's okay. He's gonna kill off Sponge. That is the Centaur... sorry, the Troll. Troll goes down.
Oh, goodbye.
Centaur's at really low health. The ultimate comes down. Shaman's dead. Centaur's being chased by Skywrath. He's gonna die. Where did and Storm Spirit zipped away?
Needs to take.
That was... I mean, and that was all off the back of that amazing Zeus ulti that just ruined the Aegis.
One missile. One missile changes the momentum of the game.
Yeah. I mean, that was a great missile followed by a great ult, and then Faceless... I mean, everything right there just went exactly as PKB needed it.
It was the dong heard around the world, if you will. So yeah, Veno not in great shape right now, actually. That one fight, they just lost so much. Losing the Aegis, losing 3.
Yeah, no, that was...
Did PKB lose anyone in that fight?
I thought they lost the Shaker, but maybe not. It doesn't matter, though, as Stormsphere comes zipping in, but the Fissure Wall comes up just in the nick of time. He actually has a missile on him, but I don't think it's going to hit before Zeus gets killed. Never mind. Just in the nick of time, and Storm Spirit goes down to a Zeus. I'm dying here, trying...
before he dies.
Undying, trying to do something. A great stun from Centaur. Ends up getting Skywrath killed. I certainly didn't see that coming.
It's nothing.
And Skywrath, yeah. And Skywrath dies needlessly there. That was bad. They're going to try to push again. Troll's ready to do this. 10 seconds for his ulti. He could shred that tower.
He's not in the shape they need to be.
No, they have no Chrono.
No mana.
They have no Chrono. They have no Zeus. Earthshaker's the only one that could really do anything here, and he's in top lane right now.
He's trying to get his blink desperately. He's really close to it, too.
He
Gyro
is.
picks up his Ags. He can ult from anywhere.
He can ult from anywhere. It's ready to go. We do have a pipe now for Veno, who is, I'm assuming, undying again, yeah.
Yep.
So that's going to do a lot.
Crimson Guard as well. Oh, this could be a really good Echo Slam.
Oh, here comes the ult. We have Gyrocopter's ult clearing out the wave, but we have Shadow Shaman's ult doing damage. The Tombstone there as well.
This could be really bad.
Zeus brings down the Thunder, but it looks like they're going to retreat for now, and no one's going to chase as they just defend their base and get those wards off the tower, more importantly.
I mean, do Serpent Wards do enough damage to cut through backdoor protection?
Not really, but
Without
I mean...
creeps there, was that something that PKB should have done?
I mean, you get a lot of gold. It's like 20 gold a serpent, and there's like 10, 15 serpents, so... It looks like we're just going to have a brief breather here as they just farm. They get their lanes cleared out. PKB trying to just get everything back in order so they could do another good team fight. Storm Spirit up here, firing by himself. The Chrono does connect, pinging him out like crazy, and 3 bashes adding some extra damage, securing that kill.
That could be a dead Centaur if he tries to chase Faceless.
I don't think he will.
You're going to see team fights start to look a little different this game now that Earthshaker's got his blink. That is a dead Centaur.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes he's up here with the whole of PKB. Gets the silence off, but the blink still goes through. No damage was received. We're going to
see an Echo Slam initiate into something.
They plan to defend this at a tier 1. The pipe goes off, so that's a lot of damage being absorbed. And they are going to try to get the Faceless, but an excellent time walk out. And now they're just going to be kited around. The zombies do come out, but they are awfully far away from the totem, so it's not going to be a huge deal. Zeus ulti comes down. Troll is really trying to kill Gyrocopter. Changes his focus.
That is a dead Gyro if they don't get those zombies off.
A great Fissure, but it's not going to be enough. Troll is just finally gets through the backtracks. And now Troll is just going crazy on everyone, getting these kills. I mean, they did lose Shadow Shaman earlier, but 2 for 3 ultimately in the end here.
We didn't see an Echo Slam until the end of that fight, and I really think that might have lost it for them. That Earthshaker is way too precious about his Echo, and he's just not using it, and it's not having the effect that it needs to, and... I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that was... PKB got kited around again, much the same as they did earlier on, and that's not something they want to do. They really just need to group up and commit to these fights. Don't run away. I mean, like you said earlier, they ran from the totem, which is something Veno is expecting, and Troll just chased them down. And at this point in the game, even with minimal damage items, like he only has a BKB and a Helm of the Dominator, Troll just hits so hard, so fast, it doesn't matter. Pyrion throws up a defensive totem here, but it's just going to get killed. Pyrion sticking around a little too long, finally leaves. The missile is going to hit him. He does
that could be real bad for Pyrion.
He has enough health. The Zeus can't ulti for another 6 seconds. Ooh, this could be really... Well, I don't...
Okay,
no, Zeus won't get the kill. Zeus won't
it's not just that they can't chase it, it's that PKB has demonstrated an unwillingness to chase, and yeah, they're not committing to team fights.
Yeah,
they're waiting for the perfect moment, and it's not happening.
This time, though, they got... I mean, the Chrono's ready. He is cloaked up. Zeus's ult's ready. Gyro's ready. I mean, if we see another fight, it should go in PKB's favor as long as everything goes off the way they want it to.
They're going to Roche. That's what we're seeing here, and I think PKB know it. Yeah, we've got pings out on the map.
Yeah, we have a ping out here.
We've got a ward from Pip that will quickly go down, but it'll be up long enough for them to know.
Zeus looking for the wards, pings out the fact that there's one in the river there. And it looks like they're just going to do a little bit of farming while they decide what to do next. I mean...
we're still... Faceless is getting pretty close to what I believe is a BKB.
I would assume so, yeah. The BKB is very, very crucial against that Storm Spirit and Shadow Shaman.
Zeus, not quite supporting, but not going for the refresher yet. And in a rare change of events, it's PKB losing their
Here
wards.
we go. The initiate. The wall comes down. Zeus drops some thunder. 3-man Chrono. There goes Zeus's ult. Here comes Gyrocopter. Oh, Sponge accidentally hit the Chrono. Sponge accidentally hits the Chrono and gets stunned as well. They do manage to melt Earthshaker as he blinks in and wasn't able to do anything. The bash is right now coming out from the Troll. Oh my goodness.
But Storm Spirit could sneak in and clean up somebody.
I think Troll just bashed Gyro like 6 times in a row. Like, that was amazing luck for him. Gyro should not have died there, and he just got bashed so many times.
Big fight for PKB. A net gold change of almost 2,600.
It was a very needed fight for sure. I mean, killing that Troll probably yielded... who got the kill?
Also, 2 BKB uses.
Faceless got the kill, too.
We've got Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit just took out Faceless bottom.
Yeah, I mean, he can do that. He can do that. A lot of Storm Spirit's damage is not right-click. It comes from his nukes. And because his nukes aren't targeted, the ultimate and his Q, they're not targets, so you can't backtrack them.
Storm Spirit is very close to his Bloodstone right now.
Yeah, he has. Is that... I'm assuming the recipe... So he's got...
He's got an energy booster and a vitality booster to buy. And
yeah, so he needs another 400-ish gold, and he's got the Bloodstone. Now, the thing about the Bloodstone, you do have to be careful. Like, if you start dying too much, then it becomes not useless, but far less effective. So once he has that, he does need to play a little cautiously.
Shane has actually fallen off quite a bit as the game's progressed. He's 5 and 7, and honestly, Storm Spirit tends to find a lot of kills early and then sort of even out.
I mean, he's had some very unfortunate luck of getting caught in Chronos he really doesn't want to be.
I feel bad for PKB. There's just nothing they can do about this.
No,
they don't have what they need.
Without Faceless being up, they really can't fight. That Chronosphere is key to their engagements. And this is going to be a free Roche for Venomancer.
This Earthshaker has been sitting on the same Echo Slam for about 6 minutes. And as an Echo Slam player, it breaks my heart.
The Bloodstone's now finished, so we're going to see a lot more zips coming out.
And we've also got a BKB on the Faceless, so that's not terrible.
I mean, that's what he needs. That would have prevented his death moments ago, so that's exactly what he needs.
You can BKB off the Silence of an Orchid, I believe, and all of Storm Spirit's immobilization just is nullified.
And then you just turn around and kill him, so... Storm Spirit does need to be careful now. He'll probably learn about this BKB very shortly. But Troll is proving to be the one that we need to keep an eye on as he goes into these fights and just shreds them. Snakes are dropped. The wall is dropped.
To this.
It wouldn't even matter. The pipe is active right now. It would absorb almost all the damage. Whoa. The Zeus ulti comes off just as the pipe wears off. Excellent timing. The missile's going to connect. Shane is I mean, where's the Chronosphere?
We need to chase this.
Where's the Chronosphere? There it comes. He misses Shane, though. And Shane's able to pick off Zeus. The Chronosphere only yields them 1 kill, but Troll Warlord is down. The Aegis goes off. Shane's back up. They're still trying to fight. Shane's zipping around, doing what he can. I mean, everyone else is being picked off.
And still no Blink, no Echo from Earth. Earth
No.
is a total non-entity in these fights.
There's the wall, and he Echo slammed. Oh my goodness!
Zombies. He Echo slammed zombies, and they're gonna lose their Zeus.
I've got a feeling that Baryshnikov is lagging much harder than everyone else. Is my only explanation for why he Echo slams creeps.
That is, I don't know. The problem is that the zombies disable your blink because they keep
maybe he wasn't paying attention, and maybe that's what happened. That could be true as well. I just know that Baryshnikov was the one earlier that said he was lagging really bad. So either way, yeah, that's unfortunate. The Echo Slam would have netted him 2 kills, but he didn't blink before using it, whether because of lag or because of the zombies.
I mean, from
oh no!
Pacific, I'm getting about 200 lag right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's getting.
From East Coast, I'm getting 112. So
that's comparable to what PKB should be experiencing, which I doubt is weird for them at this point. Yeah, it's that Earthshaker should be a major factor in these fights, and he is not there.
No, that was. I mean, after all said and done, the fight still ended up being an almost even trade, but PKB definitely lost more than they needed to. Oh, we have a zip up top. And bye-bye Earthshaker as he silenced, zipped.
Don't know what he was doing out there by himself.
Probably trying to ward would be my guess, but I mean,
he was trying to ward,
safe.
But we're at the point in this game where you can't ward by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, again, as a support player who's died a lot, I've had to learn the hard way repeatedly. Yeah, I don't think that PKB is in the worst situation here. I think that their team is coming more and more online as the game progresses. But Gyrocopter is falling off, and we've got a finished Crimson Guard.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, my Faceless. Faceless gets caught out without his BKB on. I don't know what that was. Oh, my. And that's going to be Rax for sure. Faceless buys back. He's ready to go, but there's no one else here to really initiate. He's just going to do it. He only gets Pyrion in the Chrono. That's really bad. The airstrike comes in. Oh, Troll walks into it. That's really great for them, but it's still...
This is not a fight that Faceless wants to take.
No, he can't win it. The dodge on Troll is way too high when the blades are spinning. Storm Spirit zips in. A good tether on the Zeus. Finally the Echo Slam.
Fantastic Echo Slam from Earthshaker.
The Echo Slam is real. I don't know if he actually got the kills, but
Storm
3 people
to get
fall.
away.
But it looks like it's gonna be enough. Oh no! Troll turns around. Earthshaker's trying to do something. That could be game. Faceless does not have buyback. Missile's gonna try to connect on Troll.
Stop Troll by himself.
Especially not if he's zipped on, but a good rocket barrage kills him.
A missile could actually stop Troll here, but it's only for a second. That was a really, really bad pursuit.
This was, I mean, I'm surprised, honestly, Troll does not go in because he could simply 1v1 fight the Gyro, but he's opting to just pull back. He's going to play it safe. I mean, oh, boy. That was a really rough fight for BKB, or PKB, sorry.
And then you've got Gyro with his great wave clear, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's only one lane. This is certainly still a winnable game for them. But, I mean, looking at the charts, almost 10,000 net worth in favor of Venomancer. The XP is around 7,500 in favor of them. I mean,
that was a lot of gold for a dieback from Faceless.
Yeah.
A lot of gold. And now all of Veno is back up, and they're probably going to just take this tower.
I mean, the thing about Venomancer is they don't need to wait for ultis. PKB does, and without Faceless, they have no Chrono. No Chrono means no team fight. He just storm zips in. Shaker's gone. He's not going to stop. He's trying to get Zeus out of this equation as well, but he's not going to be able to get the kill. But while all that's happening, Troll is melting the tower. There comes the glyph. They're going to try to save it. Shaker buys back. We have a blink on him. They're going to try to turn this buyback into a dieback. Storm Spirit zips on the Skywrath, and bye-bye Skywrath. The Chrono, again, a second too late, but they do kill Troll. That is great. They're going to try to get the Spirit. They do get him. The two key damage dealers are out of the fight.
Decent Echo Slam from Earthshaker.
Yeah.
He's finally doing what he needs
But all the while, the wards are chipping away at the racks. They're going to lose their melee racks to the wards if they don't kill them off. It's not enough. Melee racks goes down. Pyrion finally falls. It does end up being a team wipe, but boy, the cost is great. As there is a buyback, there is some deaths, and that is a tower and a Rax that's gone.
There is a 4,500 gold change from that fight and a almost 12,000 XP jump. For PKB.
You look at the graphs and they look pretty incredible as there's a massive spike upwards. I mean, that was a defend Poutine King Bar had to do. Like, that was absolutely necessary, and they defended very well, but it still cost them a lot as Earthshaker just lost a ton of gold on a character that's already been struggling, and they also lost the Skywrath, I believe, during that fight.
Don't know what they can do with it, honestly. I
mean, unfortunately, the Bloodstone on Spirit means he respawned or revived. Oh my God, what's the word? Respawned very quickly.
Bloodstone definitely benefits Storm here. It's still got 9 charges, still doing a lot of work.
And I mean, they got their lanes in order. They got mid lane, pushed up to about mid. But they really need to win a team fight not at their base so they can actually do significant amounts of pushing. We will see. I mean, Faceless is still a force to be reckoned with. He has the finished Mjolnir now. So if he can get the Chrono on the right people like he just did in the last fight, it can go very well for them. But if he doesn't land the Chrono on Storm Spirit or Troll, especially Troll right now, bad things are going to happen.
I just cannot understate how poorly this Earthshaker is factoring into these team fights when he should be one of the biggest parts of it. He should be their initiation.
Yeah, I mean, he has some
mobilization.
He's had some good walls, but that's about it. The Fissures, I should say. But yeah, his Echo Slams, aside from that last one, they've been missing, or he's accidentally used them on creeps. It's not been a good game for the Earthshaker.
I mean, I don't know if they've been accidental uses or if they've been saving echoes. Which,
I mean, either way, it's not contributing.
And creeps, and you've got 200 health. I see using it, but he's not sitting on them for so long.
He sits on them, he waits, and he's not really contributing to the team overall. Something to point out, though, Gyrocopter now has a finished Monkey King bar. That's really huge for him. That gives him a lot of disable because the Monkey King bar does proc fairly frequently.
We got Centaur with a double damager, and I don't know if he's going to have a chance to use it on anything. Roche is not up for a little bit longer, and that DD will be gone.
A sizable wave up top, but Gyro is just able to farm it almost instantly. Where is Troll, and what is he sitting on? So Troll opting to build more survivability than damage. He has a Heaven's Hellbird. He has a Reaver, so I'm assuming it's going to be a Satanic. Is that the recipe? Yeah. So Troll opting for survivability, which is great for him. He already dishes out so much damage that he doesn't really need to do more. He just needs to be alive in these fights. The Heaven's Hellbird is also huge, because if he gets that off on on Faceless before the Chrono, then you're suddenly hitting for 0 inside the Chrono. It becomes useless.
And we got a smoke from PKB. I think they're looking for a kill.
Yeah, I think they sense that there might be a Roche here. He just goes in.
Great Chrono.
It's a great Chrono, but it's not on key targets. These are people that aren't important, really. And now Troll is shredding Faceless. Bye-bye, Faceless. Shadow Shaman did die during the Chrono. Skywrath goes down. A good Echo Slam, but there's too much damage negation there. A great ulti from Gyrocopter, but he gets caught out in the end. He's not doing enough damage overall.
Zeus just doesn't have the ult to clean up the injured people. That's a 5-man fight.
He already did ulti, unfortunately. Yeah. I
think that this is it for PKB.
That's I need to check buyback status. Okay, so Faceless can buy back, Zeus can buy back, but they are the only two on their team that actually can do it. Unfortunately, they had a great idea there. The smoke into the direct Chrono is good, but the YOLO Chrono that he dropped didn't land on the key targets. Again, Troll and Storm Spirit have to be in the Chrono, or else it's not worth doing, and unfortunately, neither of them were in it.
And a really smart buy from the Troll, a Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah, being able to disable Faceless's damage or Gyrocopters. Either one is super useful in these fights. There's one buyback. He's TPing. Zeus is TPing. They're going to try this. The Tombstone is up. He does have the Blade Mail.
17 seconds.
I mean, Pyrion is going to die. Oh, Shane is zipping in to try to help from across the map. He has no mana left, though. It was too big of a zip. Doesn't matter. Zeus is dead. Faceless is dead. And that is going to be Game Marino.
Wow, a pretty surprising upset of Veno or a PKB by Venomancer. This is not what I expected. But it's just been a great game played both times by Veno, and I think PKB has played some really incredible stuff, but there's just some stuff in their team fight that did not come together.
We definitely are not trying to diminish either team's ability to play Dota here, or discredit them. Like, these have been amazing games, but unfortunately that last chrono just hit the wrong target, and that is going to be GG, and that means Venomancer is going to go on to the Grand Finals. And PKB, unfortunately, does bow out of the recreational.
Hopefully we get to see what the finals look like soon. But until then.
Unfortunately, we won't know the real timing. If you want to know, make sure you're following the recreational on Twitter and Mitchie D on Twitter. Again, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed our very non-professional commentary. And we'll see everyone at the Grand Finals.